The next conclave could reshape the future of the Catholic Church. Cardinals from all over the world will gather under the majestic frescoes of the Sistine Chapel to elect a new pope. This momentous event will determine the direction of the Church for years to come. The question on everyone's mind is, who will be the next leader of the Church? As we analyze the potential successors to St. Peter, we will look at 6 prominent cardinals, each representing a different continent. These individuals have demonstrated their faith, leadership, and vision in various ways. Some are closely aligned with the current papacy, while others have taken a more traditional stance. Let's examine each of them and their chances of becoming the next pope. When discussing North American candidates, one name that frequently appears is Raymond Leo Burke. Cardinal Burke was formerly the Archbishop of St. Louis and later served as the prefect of the Apostolic Signatura, the highest court in the Church. He is widely respected for his deep understanding of Catholic canon law, his devotion to the Eucharist, and his strong defense of traditional Catholic teachings. However, Cardinal Burke's relationship with Pope Francis has been tense over the years. Pope Francis removed him from his position as prefect and did not renew his membership in the Congregation for Bishops. Despite these setbacks, Burke remains a favorite among traditionalist Catholics worldwide. Many believe he could bring the Church back to a more conservative path if elected pope. One major challenge for Burke is the internal division within the Church. His strong opposition to some of Pope Francis's reforms has made him a controversial figure. While some cardinals appreciate his strict adherence to Catholic doctrine, others may view him as too rigid for the modern Church. This makes his candidacy a long shot, but not impossible. Africa is home to one of the fastest-growing Catholic populations in the world. Many believe that an African pope could be a symbol of the Church's changing demographics. One prominent name that often comes up is Cardinal Peter Turkson of Ghana. Cardinal Turkson was the Archbishop of Cape Coast before being appointed to key Vatican positions. He currently serves as the Chancellor of the Pontifical Academy of Sciences and the Pontifical Academy of Social Sciences. Throughout his career, Turkson has emphasized social justice, economic reform, and environmental responsibility, aligning closely with Pope Francis's vision. Turkson's appointment to high-ranking Vatican positions suggests that he is well regarded within the Church hierarchy. However, some critics argue that his willingness to discuss the possibility of becoming pope may hurt his chances. Historically, those who openly express interest in the papacy rarely succeed in being elected. Nevertheless, if the cardinals decide to elect a pope who can bridge different cultural and theological perspectives, Turkson may be a strong contender. South America has already produced one pope in recent times, Pope Francis of Argentina. However, another strong candidate from this region is Cardinal Odilo Scherer of Brazil. As the Archbishop of São Paulo, Scherer has played a significant role in shaping the Church in the region. Pope Francis has shown his trust in Scherer by appointing him to important Vatican bodies, including the Congregation for Catholic Education. Additionally, when Scherer turned 75 and submitted his resignation as required, Pope Francis declined and asked him to continue serving. This demonstrates the confidence that the current pope has in his leadership. One unique aspect of Scherer's background is that his family is of German descent, similar to Pope Francis's Italian heritage despite being born in Argentina. This blend of cultures could make him an appealing candidate for a church seeking unity and diversity. His moderate approach to church governance and his alignment with Pope Francis's reforms could make him an attractive choice. However, the question remains whether the cardinals will want another South American pope so soon after Pope Francis. Australia has not traditionally been a significant player in papal elections, but the recent appointment of Bishop Mykola Bychok as a cardinal changes that. He is set to become the youngest cardinal in the College of Cardinals at just 44 years. Old Bychok is unique for several reasons. First, he belongs to the Ukrainian Catholic Church, an Eastern rite that is in full communion with the Roman Catholic Church. Second, his appointment was seen as a surprise, bypassing more senior figures in Australia and Ukraine. Pope Francis clearly sees potential in this young cardinal, but his lack of experience may work against him. Additionally, the Church has historically favored older, more experienced leaders when choosing a pope. However, His appointment shows that he is someone to watch in future conclaves. When discussing potential popes from Asia, one name stands out above the rest: Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle of the Philippines. Known as Cheeto among his colleagues, Tagle is often called the Asian Francis because of his humility, pastoral approach, and strong connection to the poor. Pope Francis has elevated Tagle to numerous high-ranking Vatican positions. He is the prefect of the Dicastery for Evangelization and holds the prestigious title of Cardinal Bishop. These appointments indicate that Pope Francis sees him as a trusted advisor and a possible successor. However, Tagle's close association with Pope Francis could be a double-edged sword. Some cardinals may see him as a continuation of the current pope's policies, which could either help or hinder his chances, depending on the mood of the conclave. If the cardinals wish to maintain the current trajectory of the Church, Tagle could be a leading candidate. His ability to connect with people, his extensive experience, and his strong theological background make him a formidable contender. Europe has traditionally been the stronghold of the papacy, producing most of the popes in history. One of the leading candidates from this continent is Cardinal Pietro Parolin of Italy. As the Vatican Secretary of State, he has been deeply involved in the Church's global affairs for decades. Parolin is seen as a centrist who could unite the different factions within the Church. Unlike more polarizing candidates, he is viewed as a consensus builder. His experience in diplomacy and governance makes him a logical choice for those seeking stability after the often unpredictable papacy of Pope Francis. Some argue that Parolin represents the Vatican establishment, which could either help or hurt his chances. His ability to navigate church politics and maintain a balanced approach could make him an attractive option for cardinals who want a period of calm leadership. The upcoming conclave will be one of the most significant moments in recent church history. With the Catholic Church facing challenges from secularization, internal divisions, and a rapidly changing world, the next pope will have a critical role in shaping its future. Each of the cardinals mentioned has unique strengths and weaknesses. Whether the Church chooses a traditionalist, a reformer, or a consensus builder, the decision will have lasting implications. As we wait for the white smoke to rise from the Sistine Chapel, the world watches with anticipation. The next pope could come from any continent, and his leadership will determine the path of the Catholic Church for years to come.